fight you again. They're not going to do that. They're setting the bar. We're setting them up for failure if we think they can do all that. So I was trying to find the bar, and that bar is going to make sense to you a little bit later. In other words, I want to set the kid up for success, to apologize to the little girl for biting. So I had her stop, and I had her stop by playing with the toy and got her attention to focus in on me rather than stop biting, trying to get her to stop biting. Took a few seconds rather, and got her to focus in on me. And so once I got her attention and looking at me, and she couldn't hardly give me eye contact. She was just all over the place, really traumatized. And I said, look, we need to let little Evelyn know that you're sorry for biting her on her hand. And she, yeah, but we got to let her know. You can play with this toy after you let her know. And I didn't expect this little girl to go over to Evelyn, the one that was bit, and say, I'm sorry for biting your hand, forgive me, and walk off. That's not going to happen with our kids. It depends on where they are. You want them to get there, but they're not going to be able to do it. So I set the bar and I said, hey, why don't you just give her a high five, and that's going to let her know that you are sorry for what you did. And she did. She reached over there and she gave her a high five, and then she wanted her toy. And some of us that were raised in a good home that expects kids to say, I'm sorry for biting you on the hand, I won't do it again. That's not going to happen with our kids. She regulated. She could have thrown an all-out tantrum. I'm not going to tell her she's biting that stupid on there. I wanted that toy. But she stopped. She focused in on me. She focused in on the toy. She gave her a high five that was kind of not, direct. It was kind of impersonal in a way, in the sense of just a high five. Didn't even look her in the face. And then she went on and she played with the toy, and she didn't throw an all-out tantrum or anything. But if I said, no, you got to go in her face and tell her you are sorry for biting her, that's not going to happen with our kids. We have to back up and start where they are, is what that raising the bar or setting the bar means. In the sense of, we want to set our kids up for success. Another story would be, there's a kid that really kind of threw a lot of tantrums or gave a lot of back talk to his foster parent, and when it comes time to homework time, he used to just not want to go sit at the table and do his homework or anything like that, but the foster parent continued to work with him, and he got to the point to where she would tell him, go over there and do your homework. He would grab his notebook. She'd just look at him, and she's not saying anything. Don't forget your pen. Grab his pen. He just kind of went. Making his way to his desk over here. Foster parent's not cursing him out, not telling him anything, she just watching. That boy was regulated. He did not want to do his homework, but he picked his notebook up. He picked his pen up. He went over there. He was going slow. Did it take some time for her to get there and work with him on that? But he was regulating the fact that he wanted to throw it all over the place. I don't want to do this homework. It's stupid. All this kind of stuff. And she could have been over and said, boy, get over there and sit down. You know you need to get over and sit down. Quit taking your time and get over. We don't have that kind of time. That's what she could have done, and that's what we're kind of used to. But she didn't, and she worked with him. And so we got to look at the successes, the small successes for our kiddos, and watching how they're regulating, how they're moving through those instructions, and not setting the bar too high for them with that, which we did back there when we were doing some of the when I was practicing some of the TBRI principles. Some of the kids were about to throw tantrums back there. We'll take a short break. And one of the kids went down on the floor and said, started crying. And one of the interventions is to, if you can try to help take the fear out of the kid and have some playful engagement. And when you have playful engagement and you laugh, what is released in the brain? Dopamine. Yeah. And dopamine helps, and dopamine is about laughter, about happiness, which disarms fear. They're in that fight, flight, or freeze when they go into that tantrum. You have some playful engagement. And the last thing you think you're supposed to do is to play with that kid when they're about to have a tantrum on the floor. You're not thinking that.
First thing you want to do.
That's the first thing you want to do. And Karen says, out of research that they have done, that 80% of negative behavior can be corrected with playful engagement. And not, get off that floor. I said to get off that floor and get up there in your desk. Or get up there on your bed and go to sleep. But I got down there on the floor with him and I said, oh my gosh, that floor is so nasty. Oh my gosh, you're going to get all dirty. And he looked up at me like I was crazy. And guess what? And I said, oh, you're going to get dirty. Oh no, just being silly. And he started laughing. And I said, come here, come here and let me give you a hug. And he got up, he came over and let me give him a hug. Now, does that work for every tantrum? No, it won't. But it worked then. And what I did is I caused him to laugh. I didn't focus in on the tantrum. Because most tantrums, we've had a kid throw a tantrum because we told her no, that she couldn't turn the light switch on. That literally happened at Cook's Hospital with one of our kids. And so we'll go into more reasons in a few minutes about why they can't even handle a light switch being turned off, and you're telling them no, they can't do it. They need to leave the light switch on, and they throw this all out tantrum. Or you're trying to give them their favorite ice cream, and you don't have their favorite ice cream, and they throw this all out tantrum for an hour. And we'll talk about why that happens in a few minutes. So let's take a 5-minute break. Stand up. The one thing that I don't like about this training is that I have to keep the lights off for you to see the video, and that's not good at night. So that's why I keep it cold in here so that you will stay awake. So let's. I think I smell coffee actually, don't I? Good. Make some coffee, and so help yourself to that for 5 minutes.
I just hope it's not too strong. I don't.
You all right?
Yes, I'm doing well.
Good.
It's very helpful. Thank you.
Any questions you have? You can ask later.
No, I would just keep it to the last. Yes.
Okay.
But I just find it very helpful, Dr. Carla.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It really is. I just wish I could speak Korean. That's the one challenge we'll have when we're there, is the language barrier. Feel free to get another gadget and some more bubble gum. I guess I can turn the video off for a minute. How do I pause the video? Do y'all know?
We should be following.
Be okay.
Yeah, because I know.
I just
I don't-
okay.
Just hit OK, you think? Let me turn the light up.
I think I got it.
For a bit that it had stopped recording because the whole phone went
Nope.
black.